Magnet is a board game marketed by PsyX Games in which players place magnetic stones of various sizes and shapes on a square game board specifically designed to give the most action. Magnet is played with 20 stones. Each set of stones is unique to the game. The stones vary in from 3/8 up to 3/4. They are polished black stones that vary in magnetic strength. The stones are placed on a translucent acrylic board. Each stone is placed flat, or to increase difficulty, on edge such that other stones do not come into contact with any other stones already in play. Stones may be placed so they hang off the edge, or teeter in the middle of a group of stones as long as stones do not fall off or come in contact with each other. The stone pile is the set of stones not in play. This pile is passed from player to player. Your turn begins when you are handed the pile and ends when you give the pile to the next person in line. At any time during your turn that stones come into contact with each other causes a loss of turn or loss of game depending on whether basic or advanced game rules are used. Board collapse, causing stones to come into contact with each other or fall off the board. Foul stones, stones that have fallen off the board or those stones attached to each other. Basic play. Each player places one stone in turn until a player causes a board collapse. If it is a two-player game, this player loses. In a game with 3 or more players, this player is ousted from the game. The player next in line cleans off the foul stones and places them back into the pile. The game continues with the leftover stones still in play. Advanced play. In this game, each player starts with 20 points. Anytime a player causes a board collapse, they retrieve all foul stones and count them. This number is subtracted from the 20 points. When a player hits 0, they are ousted from the game. The last player with points wins. The stone that a player is placing only counts against the total if it comes into contact with one of the stones in play. Strategy. Typically, the larger stones have a stronger magnetic field than small stones. When the board is empty, one can start off by placing large stones on edge anywhere. As the game progresses, the move following your current move must be considered. Leave room for the player's next turn by placing the current stone such that it leaves room for other players' stones and your next turn stone. The end game is somewhat different. You can place stones precariously on the edge where any disruption of a magnet could cause it to fall easily. If your opponent only causes one foul stone, put it back in the same place and force them to make the next harder move. The game was invented by Alfred Wenzel in 2005. It was brought to market with the help of Bruce Smith forming PsyX Games and is currently in production. Both Al and Bruce have a passion for games and now work at PsyX Games producing a wide variety of games.